WBCB presents Pro Wrestling Weekly.
The longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of terrestrial radio.
And he's obviously Michael Cole.
Call in with a question or comment at 215-949-3232 or 888-922-2149.
Talking wrestling.
Yeah.
Because that's what this show's about. That's what we've been doing for over 16 years.
No. It's about sports entertainment.
And now here are your hosts of Pro Wrestling Weekly, Fearon and Lucas DeSangro.
Will you stop marking out over there?
Sorry.
Move over, kid. I'm taking your microphone.
You're shallow. You know that?
I'm running on 2 hours of sleep. I don't remember what the hell I do anymore. There's the sound of the bell, and we are set to go. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. And we are live, pal. We are here at the Monster Factory Fun Festival down here at 541 Mantua Avenue, and it is a sight to see, to say the least. Right now in the ring, we've got kids clotheslining the wrestlers and getting the pinfall, so that's why you'll be hearing the other sounds of the bell here as we're going along here. No, we're not starting and stopping that frequently here.
Thank God. I'm in my trunks on a metal chair, and my butt is cold.
Thank you for sharing.
Just thought I'd put that out. I'm just contributing as the co-host.
Just contributing as the...
Just doing my contribution to this show.
I'm not sure if that's better or not as good as the usual contribution that you're giving.
Which is what? Self-deprecation and just all-around sadness?
Well, you know what? You've given a new definition to frozen assets. We'll just put it that way. See what I did there? Oh, goodness. So we've got, we've got a lot of action going on down here. It's going on until 1 o'clock, so you still have to come on down. There's food. There's, we've got
he had a leotard on.
You've got Danny Cage, the owner of the MFPW, and having a bit more fun with Lucas verbally than even I usually do. Yeah,
so much fun. Use a lot of colorful language. Thankfully, we're on the air, and he's gonna have to refrain from that. I hope.
No, he should be fine. It's Bender's the one we have to worry about. No, that was one time and a while ago. But yes, we'll see over the course of the hour here if we can get some of the wrestlers on here, as there are quite a few. We've got even Sam from Mount Royal in attendance here. We'll
for
see
once.
For once? What do you mean for once?
I don't know. I just felt like busting his chops.
Fair enough. And we also have the heavyweight champion of the MFPW, LSG, here.
He's getting dangerously close to Fearon and his mutton chops.
Well, I was going to say, he's used to various intimidation tactics as a heavyweight champion.
He looks like he's sniffing you like a dog.
Well,
yeah, now you're going to back up. That's right.
And so he goes over to Twitch.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Good for you.
And that backfired considerably. As,
yeah. Who's laughing now? Neither of us.
Oh, man. Twitch making friends wherever he goes.
Oh, you could say that.
Most certainly. And looks like there's about to be a Snapchat involvement here, as anything can happen when it's live, that's for sure, as LSG. Well, that's what you get for getting too close. So he has my beard on his mouth. It's getting a little too close for a Snapchat video, is the heavyweight champion LSG Leon St. Giovanni, whom you'll be able to see defend that heavyweight title 1 week from tonight.
And hopefully lose it. It's just me.
Making friends as usual against the Freak Beast Nick Camarado. And that'll be here at Factory Reboot, right here in this very building, 541 Mantua Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey. Cue the McFoley cheap pop.
Have a nice day.
Something along those lines. So little bits of news and notes to get into, but it's going to be a little bit more of an interactive show. I mean, it's always interactive, but I mean, there's so much going on here. It's sensory overload especially for me, not taking my medicine and running on an hour and a half sleep. So this should be doggone interesting. That's that's for sure.
Oh, it's going to be such a great show. Just
hopefully by the end here we'll be able to get you up off of the seat there and make sure that you didn't pull a flick from A Christmas Story. Remember when he stuck his tongue to the pole?
Oh yeah. For some reason I thought you meant Fuller from Home Alone.
No.
I got that confused for a second. Drinks Pepsi, he'll wet the bed. I don't know.
Nowhere close to where I was going with that.
I'm tired, okay?
Way to shoot your eye out, kid.
And we're going to leave that there. Just let that marinate, because I don't want to get us kicked off the air.
For once here. It's amazing how we're, for better or worse, the Snapchat subjects here. All right, so some interesting. Well, I was gonna say I've got a few things to get into, including WWE announcing more details on the Mixed Match Challenge.
Sounds like a good idea.
Your thoughts on the Mixed Match Challenge?
Seems like an interesting concept.
Yeah, in a way, it's what you and I have been doing for the better part of the last 4.5 years. We're definitely a mixed match.
That is yeah. Yeah. Did I mention I'm tired?
You can write your own joke for that one. Some things are just, better left open-ended. I know that's not code. This has been an interesting day already here as we are at the Monster Factory Fun Festival. Punishment Damian Martinez from Ring of Honor's here. LSG has already
made his presence known.
Yeah, that is certainly one way of putting it. Oh, goodness. And, a kid attempting a clothesline on Gabriel in the ring and it not quite working out so well. Gabriel kind of strong-arming or sandbagging or something along those lines. But back to the Mixed Match Challenge. They've announced some more details on it. It's going to be a Facebook Watch exclusive, if you will. They've announced the teams as well as the broadcast team for it. Interestingly enough, as far as the commentary team, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and WWE Hall of Famer Beth Phoenix. The Glamazon.
Wow.
Getting in on the mixed match action.
It's quite interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Yes.
As Artie Johnson said long ago. Nothing like a 50-year-old reference for me to throw. Oh, gosh, it is 50 years now. That's right. Laugh-In was 68. It's now 2018. Wow, that just socked it to me, didn't it? Hour and a half sleep, folks.
Hey, it's still really entertaining.
It is, just
for
in
all
a
the
different
wrong
way.
reasons.
Yep, exactly. Entertaining in a dubious fashion. But also kind of dubious for the most part are the pairings of the Mixed Match Challenge announced so far. Teams including Braun Strowman and Alexa Bliss. I don't know if you have any reaction to any of these or if I'm just throwing them out there and kind of leaving it at that.
It's very, really, she's going to reach his hip. It's going to be a weird tag. She's going to have to jump really, you know how sometimes when there's a hot tag in wrestling and people jump for that desperation? Yeah, they leap for it, but she's going to have to do that to actually tag him in anyway. So.
Fair enough. Then, of course, there's Charlotte Flair and Bobby Roode.
Yeah, I can't do a woo and a glorious pun in the same thing. It's weird.
Yeah, I got nothing on that either.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks and Finn Balor.
They couldn't.
It could be Team Demon Boss. I don't know.
I was sort of hoping that Bayley and Finn Balor would have teamed up. That would have been a fun pairing.
Well, Bayley not yet at least announced as far as this. I don't know if they're going to have more teams before it all starts about a week and a half from now. And there's the other unorthodox pairing of Nia Jax and Apollo Crews.
Fair enough. I mean, I'm just glad that Apollo's getting more airtime.
Well, interestingly enough, Apollo...
Granted, he can get enough. Granted, I've seen how high he can jump. He gets plenty of airtime with, yeah.
With his athleticism. I see where you were going there.
I suck.
And interestingly enough, Apollo Crews replacing Enzo.
Why? What happened? Is Enzo injured, or is it?
Well, it was announced that he had the dreaded thing that tends to afflict a lot of us around this time frame, the flu. Yeah, in fact, I think it was. I think it was actually tomorrow. It'll be a year ago tomorrow that I was subjected to it, and foolishly still made my way down here to the MFPW arena to commentate that night. I'm sure you.
Iro. Oh, what a night that was.
Definitely not late December 1963. That's for sure.
A lot of
Four Seasons reference now.
No.
I'm all right.
You're really. There's only so much.
I'm reaching back.
You're really grasping for straws.
I most certainly am. It's pretty much just me and Ted on this one, I can tell.
Yep.
Well, wait, maybe I was going to say, or possibly the Facebook feedback. Actually, Joseph chiming in saying, I'm not too excited about these mixed match challenges. If it doesn't happen on television, then it did not happen. That's just my old school stubborn way of things. I don't even bother with those trending crawls that are on the bottom of the screen on Raw and SmackDown. Yeah, sometimes there is some sensory overload when it comes to those sort of things. I mean, I guess I can see what you're saying, where if it didn't happen on television, then it didn't happen. I mean, I guess that's why they would show changes at house shows, like title changes, on TV at some particular point. And I don't know if they're necessarily, I mean, unless they show highlights, perhaps. I'm not too terribly sure. But the other two announced pairings, a little bit more understandable and conventional. A couple of married couples. Rusev and his wife Lana.
Not just they tied the knot, now they're going to tie their opponents in a knot.
Oh, but
Hoyo! I got jokes, people. I got jokes.
Yes, you do.
Very bad ones, but they're jokes, sort of.
Well, effort is the key to success.
Yeah. Why can't I be funny then? Ted, note the time back in studio, please.
Oh, I'm going to go back and listen to this and pull it at some point anyway.
That was a damn good line that we can use.
I'm sure, yes. I'm sure there are a lot of usable content here that I'll have to go over at some point. And the other being Jimmy Uso and his wife Naomi. Which got me to thinking with the married couples in WWE, and not only that, but potentially dating pairs and things like that. I wonder how other ones would fare in a tournament like this. Like, one that's obviously excluded Miz and Maurice, but for good reason, considering that Maurice is roughly 7 months pregnant.
Yeah.
And, Miz, he has for the last few weeks been out finishing his filming obligations for the Marine 6, but it was announced that he'll be back this Monday on Raw.
Yay! Yay!
I was waiting for you to just go for the softball home run swing of that return would be
awesome.
There you go. That's right. Need somebody to
wrestling is awesome.
Ah, yes. Love to Jay Hunter and the OSW crew. Well done. Are happy days here again?
I hope so.
It's extremely cold out here, so I don't know. You'd think somebody would be able to generate some heat around here.
Yeah. I've
slacker.
Yeah.
No, you've been generating your fair share of heat. That is a bit of a falsehood. You've definitely been generating your fair share of heat.
Not on purpose.
That's usually how it goes for you, though. But that's
Fair
a
enough.
Discussion off air.
They usually just think I don't like his face. I want to punch it. But back to what we were doing.
Back to things here. How about John Cena and Nikki Bella? Wonder how they'd do.
I'm sure they do well.
Very possibly. Maybe here's kind of an off-the-wall pairing, but, they are together. Alexa Bliss and Buddy Murphy.
Nope. She's already paired with Braun.
Oh.
Yeah.
I must have missed that in my. I was gonna say, what do I look like? Joan Rivers? You know, I have some, but not all of the.
I was gonna
who's.
say, do you look like petrified wood with all the plastic surgery?
Not yet.
Wow.
Father Time is creeping up on me quickly.
Just don't get enough surgeries that you look like you walked in on your own surprise party, please.
No, I don't think that. No, Botox is one thing I don't need. I'm toxified enough. Maybe Carmella and Big Cass, except Cass is injured. So
how much longer is he going to be injured for?
Ooh, that's an excellent question. I mean, I wouldn't expect to see him as a surprise return at the Royal Rumble. We'll put it that way. Because I mean, it has been a little bit since he had the knee injury, and
I think it was the night after SummerSlam.
Yeah, it was somewhere around that time frame. Actually, yeah, I'm looking at it here. Yeah, that's right. It was that Brooklyn Street fight against Enzo, and he had the torn ACL. So 9 months as of August. So yeah, counting. So, yeah, maybe by Money in the Bank, sometime in that like May to June-ish range, all things considered. I mean, he's probably knowing him. He's probably going to try to hustle to get back for WrestleMania, but maybe not. Who knows? I mean, with ACLs, it's not an injury that you want to rush back.
Yeah, but
from.
what would they be able to do with him?
That's kind of the other question. So maybe a post-WrestleMania.
Especially with WrestleMania,
thing.
it's one of those things. Like, I mean, let's be honest. When Seth had to miss WrestleMania, he wasn't able to. What would they have been able to fit him in for if he had just been able to come back for that when he had that knee injury?
Yeah, it's one of those where if there's any doubt, they're just not going to do it, and they'll just kind of hit the reset button at that particular time here.
Yeah.
Well, as there looks to be a changeover of kids in the ring looking to beat up some of the MFPW folks, including Tyga Watson and TJ Reyes of TNT Express, as well as Gabriel and Soriano of Primal Fear. Also, the newcomer Weatherby in the ring as well. What you're smiling?
You said it. You said Weatherby. It's Weatherby.
I said it the way I was told to say it.
Oh. My mistake. Won't be the first time.
I follow instructions. That's what I do, including the instruction of, hey, dummies, you need to get to a commercial break. So let's go ahead and do that as well.
Nice segue.
Yeah, exactly. It's what I do here, among other things. So, yes, we are here at the Monster Factory Fun Festival here at 541 Mantua Avenue, going on for the remainder of the hour here. But if you can't make it up here for this, well, make sure you come on out 1 week from tonight for Factory Reboot, where you'll see heavyweight champion of the MFPW, Leon St. Giovanni, who has gone out of his way to embarrass me on Snapchat. Not that it'll work. I've long since been embarrassed on Snapchat.
I've just long since been embarrassed.
You've long since been embarrassed? There we go. I know. Gravity, it sometimes happens with these things. But yes, he'll be defending the title against #1 contender, the Freak Beast, Nick Camarado. Plus, I believe Bull James is set to return to the MFPW, and there'll be a lot more announcements as far as matches over the coming weeks. So make sure to follow the MFPW and all things Monster Factory on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as at monsterfactory.org. You can get tickets for Factory Reboot at eventbrite.com. There may be some at the door, but I wouldn't necessarily wait. And make sure to check out past matches, bios, bloopers, and more at the mfnetwork.com, as there's a lot of content on there, past, present, and behind the scenes as well. And we're going to go back to the studio. Ted Efaw doing a fantastic job keeping us on the air and turning the dials and pushing the buttons and navigating the insanity that is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Join us this and every Monday night as we break down the upcoming Eagles matchup with Paul Jolovitz and Tom Cardella with the Independence Blue Cross Monday Night Kickoff Show presented by Corona. Join Paul, Tom, and a different Eagles guest each week from 6 to 7 p.m. as we talk all the ins and outs of Philadelphia Eagles football. The Independence Blue Cross Monday Night Kickoff Show presented by Corona every Monday night right here on 1490 WBCB, 610 Sports, and video stream live on WBCBSports.com as well as Facebook Live.
There's a threat targeting America. Lyme disease. Spread by tiny ticks, this dangerous disease can cause life-changing health problems and is now more widespread than West Nile, tuberculosis, and HIV/AIDS combined. So it's time for us to target Lyme disease. That means checking for ticks when you've been outside and seeing a doctor if you experience the warning signs, which can include joint pain and flu-like symptoms. Learn how you can target Lyme disease at targetlyme.org. Brought to you by the Stephen and Alexandra Cohen Foundation and this station.
All commentators heard on WBCB express their own views. Their opinions are not necessarily those of others on WBCB, including the staff and management.
Hey, this is Bill Clement, and I'm hoping you can join me this and every Wednesday night, 6 to 7 p.m., live from Chickies and Pete's as Independence Blue Cross presents Bill Clement's Hockey World. I think that's me. So it's right here on 1490 WBCB on Thursday, 5 to 6 p.m., 610 a.m. Sports. You can also watch the show at WBCBSports.com.
You won't see termites crawling across your floor, but thousands might be devouring the wood in your walls, weakening the structure of your home. For over 50 years, termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley has been in the exterminating business. If you think you have a pest problem, they're the experts. Call them today at 215-639-5455. That's 215-639-5455 for TPPC. Termite proofing and pest control of the Delaware Valley gives your home or business peace of mind, knowing your pest problem is in their hands. Located at 1560 Bristol Pike in Bensalem, they use only EPA-approved material applied by licensed technicians. Call Termite Proofing and Pest Control of the Delaware Valley at 215-639-5455.
See, he's got the Luigi death stare from Fearon, so he might have to...
I didn't give you the Luigi death stare. That's not true.
You're breaking kayfabe.
Breaking kayfabe. Gonna break something else during this commercial.
There we go. That's what I like to see.
And now, more Pro Wrestling Weekly with your hosts, Fearon Derry and Lucas DeSangro.
Are we getting into that controversy again?
I know how it feels, and it's not fun.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com, where we are live at the MFPW Arena, 541 Mancho Avenue in Paulsboro, New Jersey, for the Monster Factory Fun Festival. And it is, there's definitely a lot of fun and insanity here going on. And not even just our usual insanity.
Yeah, and they also have a screen up. The MF Network is running right now. They have a few of my matches going, and right now it's Punishment Damian Martinez versus Sage Matthews from a few months ago. It's a street fight.
It was certainly it wasn't a street fight, but it was certainly Sage certainly brought the fight to Punishment. And
I thought it was a street fight. My mistake.
No, that was I was going to say the big street fight was one last fight not too long ago between Danny Cage and Getty Cahoon, but that's
maybe I'm just saying that because I know that there was a lot of chairs involved in this feud and even a fork or something along those lines.
Yes, that is definitely true. And well, I was going to say some not so good. I was going to say it's. Especially in a fun place like this, it's hard to bring about some not so good news, or dare I say some bad news, as Wade Barrett used to do. But some news that kind of came across my way and I found rather interesting. Emily Dole, who worked as Mountain Fiji or Mount Fiji on the original Glow television series, which I know was back in my youth. She passed away at the age of 60 on Tuesday. The cause of death has not yet been revealed. She had been living in an assisted living center. Now, along with being on Glow, she also had a few interesting TV appearances. One person unfortunately confused her with Big Bad Mama, who made an appearance on, they were both very similar in stature, but Big Bad Mama made the appearance on an episode of Married with Children back in the day. But no, Mountain Fiji, who was confused for in this case, she actually was one of the masked Mabels on an episode of the sitcom Mama's Family. with Vicki Lawrence back in the day, and something that's a little more up my alley, or in my, I should say more in my wheelhouse. She had a couple of game show appearances. Actually, I was going to say, one of them I put up on my own Facebook page. The other I'm working on putting up to the Facebook fan page now. But a classic clip where she stopped short of body slamming Card Sharks host Bob Eubanks. Yeah, they had their, as Card Sharks is a game of high-low. They had usually it's a survey of 100 people. One person guesses how many did a particular thing or said a particular thing, and the other person guesses whether it's higher or lower. Well, they have an in-audience survey, which for that particular week, they had 10 Glow wrestlers, Mount Fiji being one of them. And the question was, how many said that they could lift Bob Eubanks over their head? So they had given the answer of how many it was, and Bob Eubanks, being the needler that he tends to be, most notably from the Newlywed Game fame, he kind of goaded Mount Fuji, and she just took that ball and ran right with it. Next thing you know, she comes up on stage, and Bob Eubanks initially cowers behind the question podium, and eventually she picks him up and has his legs way up there over both of their heads. She didn't follow through with slamming him, thankfully, because they still needed to go on with the show. But it was still a hilarious clip from back in the late 80s, where it certainly was acceptable.
It was acceptable at the time.
Indeed. And then there was another one which I kind of got led down a proverbial, rabbit hole, for lack of a better term, where she was on with other Glow wrestlers against on Family Feud. It was from 1990 with the late Ray Combs, where she, along with other Glow wrestlers, including Jackie Stallone, yes, Sylvester Stallone's mother. She was a manager for Glow back then. But they competed against the NWA WCW composition of, get this fivesome, Sting, the recently passed Z-Man Tom Zenk, Flying Brian Pillman. Yeah, that alone is interesting to see.
His son actually made his independent wrestling debut recently.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Very good. Also, Brad Armstrong, who was then known as the Candyman. Yeah, that's... I don't know if they've inducted that one into WrestleCrap or not, but that was certainly
the Candyman can. Nice little Willy Wonka reference.
Yes. Or Sammy Davis Jr., whichever way you want to go. And last, I don't know if he was a fill-in, because he definitely seemed like one of these things is not like the other, but also Jim Ross. Yeah, good old JR was on Family Feud. Survey says, by God. So, yeah, just some interesting tidbits to say the least. But, Emily Dole, Mountain Fiji, passing away this week at the age of 60. And another announcement, actually, oh, man. I know I mentioned WrestleCrap, but I guess something similar to it that was pointed out initially by Botchamania, but was posted to the Facebook fan page. Posted by John from Northeast Philly on the Pro Wrestling Weekly Facebook fan page that WWE in welcoming South Korea seeing a live broadcast for the first time, courtesy of IB Sports. We talked about that roughly a month ago or so.
Yes.
And this Monday was the first of that live broadcast of Raw, which aired in South Korea on Tuesday morning, based on the time differences and whatnot. But interestingly, WWE in welcoming South Korea and displaying the South Korean flag apparently displayed the flag incorrectly, as 2 of the 4 trigrams were reversed. Yeah, kind of interesting. So what we're going to do here is, making his way over here is one of the members of Primal Fear, after having a little bit of involvement with some of the fans here at the Fun Festival. None other than Soriano of Primal Fear. Soriano, what's going on?
What's going on? Thank you for having me. You guys might actually get ratings now that you have someone worthwhile listening to in your show now, right?
I don't know.
Oh, you're listening? What, are you a fan of the show?
Huh?
You said worthwhile. That's listening.
Worthwhile listening to.
Right.
I am a former longest reigning DMF Network champion.
Keyword former. Keyword former.
My reign ended at an astounding 183 days. Am I correct, Fearon Burgundy?
You are the man spot here.
Yeah, I have as far as that knowledge.
I am, although, yeah.
Twitch is upset because we've had a match in the past and it didn't go as he would have liked it to.
No, I lose all the time. It's really not that much of a big deal to me. It's more about
especially
like,
with
just
his mom
staring
in
at
the crowd. She saw firsthand of what her son is capable of.
Treading over a line there, buddy. Treading over a line. Okay,
hey,
come on.
Hey, let's be civil here. This is a fun festival. This is not meant to.
Yeah, that's right. We're here to have fun.
To quote
cheer
Ron
up, Twitch,
Burgundy.
cheer up.
Yes, 182 days. Yes, is the longest reigning the MF Network champion, and hopefully you'll. Hopefully for your sake you'll be able to procure that from Josh Briggs, or perhaps have your sights set on other gold here at the MFPW.
I'm currently looking past the MF Network champion. I had a good run, actually the best run that's ever in the history of the MFPW, and currently I think I have something to score to settle with Delirious.
True. You on the same night that you had. Just fallen short to Josh Briggs. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
For purposes of
not,
politeness.
Talk about that.
But yes.
I'd like to. That'd be a nice thing.
We don't need to talk about that. We got better things to talk about.
What
Fun
you mean,
festival.
like when he yelled, "I don't like you" in your face, and then kicked you, like right in your face?
See, I don't remember that.
Of course you
told
didn't.
me
He
that?
kicked you so hard in the face that you don't remember.
Oh man.
Like.
That's how I lost my title, huh? Kick to the face.
No, it was a lot worse than that, but you know.
Careful, Icarus.
Oh, I'm doing quite well. I'm not close to cursing. I just,
I
just mean in terms of. Wait, what was that, Soriano?
I hate Twitch.
Get in line.
Do the listeners know that he goes by Twitch? Or?
Yeah, no, they do.
Okay.
They know. Yeah,
Lucas
Lucas Twitch to Sangro.
I hate Twitch, and you guys should hate Twitch too.
Wow.
A ringing endorsement from Soriano here at the Monster Factory Fun Festival. And we have Stuart Campbell, the announcer of the MFPW, chuckling in the background here at just all of the fun and frivolity that's going on here. You're just soaking it all in here?
Watching, man.
You're just watching?
I'm listening. I'm having a good time.
Listening, watching, having a good time. I mean, it certainly is a good
He's
time to say
having a
the
good
least
time
here.
because he doesn't have to go in there with these kids, and he doesn't have to take clotheslines. He doesn't have to take double clotheslines. He gets to count. Well, Stuart?
If I can counterpoint that.
Oh, you're counterpointing? All right, let's.
You might want to get a mic first.
Here we go.
If I can counterpoint that. You're right. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, boy.
Wow. Wow.
Right. Well, I know what I'm going to do about it. I think we're going to take care of our next time out here and
already
throw things.
Wow.
Time flies when you're having fun, and that's. I mean, this is the
Who
Monster
said
Factory
anything
Fun
about having
Festival.
fun when Manny's here, Fearon? Come on.
Hey, what does Manny have to do with this? I mean, I know Soriano's here. I mean, that's. I know he's been getting on.
No, I love the Raging Bull.
Stuart Campbell asking if Twitch is talking trash on the great Manny Fernandez.
No.
Since you were off microphone, I had to let
the one
listeners
sitting
know what you were
across
saying.
from me.
Twitch.
You don't like it when I call you that, do you, Manny?
What, Manny?
Yeah.
I mean, that's my name, but when I come out to the curtains, the people don't know me as Manny. They know me as Soriano. Again, the former longest reigning DMF Network champion that the MFPW has ever seen.
He has taken
Twitch,
a page
you're doing
from
it to
my
yourself,
shameless
Twitch.
self-plugs.
You're doing
it's
it
like
to
back in the
yourself.
day when I would talk about the longest-running pro wrestling radio talk show in the history of
See, because
terrestrial radio.
it leaves a special, a spot in your heart, you know? 'Cause once
It
you
does.
get that title, you own that title forever until someone surpasses it. And Twitch won't ever know anything about surpassing anything.
Wow.
We'll see about that, Manny.
All right. Well, while they're working on some civility, let's try to bring things to a little bit more fun times here, and even more fun. Well, maybe more fun is an argument. I guess fun for the adults. We'll say. We'll put it that way. As we can warm up with Heads Up at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA, where you can join your Master of Ceremony Reese for a room-wide Heads Up game with token prizes for those with the most correct. that heads-up game, the game popularized by Ellen. You describe the words and whatnot, and flip the phone either up or down if it's correct or if you're passing. Yeah, it's definitely look it up. It's certainly a fun game, without question. And also tomorrow, it's Bloodies and Brews from noon till 5, and make sure to enjoy some of the great seasonal brews before they're gone, including Santa's Slaison, the Goblet's Saison with added blood orange, plum, and fir. Also, there's the 2017 edition of Bubba's Tea Bag, made with Rotagruzza tea, a grape, black currant, blueberry, elderberry, and hibiscus fruit tea. Yeah, beer brewed with tea. Very, very creative and outside the box, as they tend to do. And also, don't forget the potent Karl the Great Russian Imperial Stout, whopping 11.1% ABV. Don't want to have too many of those. That one, yeah, you don't want to get that one for the road.
They are very strong. I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah, seen, but not.
No, not. Oh,
yeah.
Heavens, no! I've seen it happen.
People think it's a little time for that still.
What was it? The Thanks for the Laughs 3 with Jim Florentine.
Oh, sweet mercy!
I bet
yes.
I bet you I know why that guy got so inebriated, was because he probably thought that it was like drinking a Coors, but it's not. It's a lot better tasting, allegedly, and a lot stronger. And by allegedly, I mean I haven't drank it.
You don't know by personal experience.
Are you allowed to talk about alcohol when you have a 13-year-old as a co-host?
Oh, wow. Gee, I never heard that one before.
Oh, sweet mercy.
You want to be Sandman in 2000s? Because you're acting like a hack right now.
Can you repeat that, sir?
We've got we've got a birthday message here, and well, as you can see, it's always a good time, not only here at the MFPW, but also at the Broken Goblet Brewery, 1500 Grundy's Lane in Bristol, PA. Broken Goblet Brewing, the semi-official brewery of Pro Wrestling Weekly. Please enjoy responsibly. So we're going to come on back here in just a moment. Going to throw things to the WBCB studios and Ted Efaw, and we'll see if Manny can stick around. Or
I hope he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm thinking
if
about
Manny can stick around, if Soriano can stick around as well.
Is really not fun to be around. He's very.
Maybe we'll get Manny on the microphone next segment,
yeah, please,
but we'll see.
Please, absolutely, and hopefully I can get my partner over here too. And we can,
Oh goodness.
Make this
Primal Fear looking to instill fear on Twitch, and
good luck with that.
If things turn out poorly, I may have to put out the request for applications for a new. No. Wouldn't be the first time. Wouldn't be the no. All right, we're gonna go back to Ted here. I can see the break. You're killing me here. This is Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com.
Listen and watch live from the WBCB studios every Wednesday morning at 8:15 a.m. during Foxwell in the Morning to the Four Paws Doggy Daycare Adoptable Pet of the Week. Four Paws Doggy Daycare is located at 890 West Bridge Street at Snipes Farm in Morrisville, offering daycare, boarding, salon and spa, and training. See the pets available for adoption from area shelters video stream live at WBCB1490.com every Wednesday at 8:15 a.m. You could find your forever pet.
Are you part of a homeowners or condo association or a management company? Well, you may be responsible for any repairs of the water and sewer lines in your community. For less than $5 a month, BCWSA offers peace of mind. To protect the private lines with your community, go to bcwsa.net or call 1-800-222-2068, extension 140 for details. Your partner for a safer environment. BCWSA. Proven.
You need a plan as you get closer to retirement. A plan that will take you from where you are now to the retirement you've always dreamed about. The first step on that path is to tune into the What's Your Wealth Strategy Show with Mark Freed every Tuesday morning at 9:30. Mark is the president of TFG Wealth Management. You only retire once, but Mark helps people retire every day. Don't miss the What's Your Wealth Strategy Show with Mark Freed every Tuesday morning at 9:30 on WBCB 1490.
Hi, Merrill Reese, inviting you to tune in every Friday morning at 8 to hear Head Games, a new must-listen-to show for athletes and coaches of all levels and ages. Mindful Athlete Training in Newtown is a mental circuit training program that prepares the athlete to perform at the highest levels of today's game. Athletes get in the zone faster and stay there longer. Tune in every Friday at 8 a.m. right here on WBCB 1490 and throughout the world at WBCB1490.com.
Pro Wrestling Weekly presents Today in Wrestling History, January 6. On this date in 1997, WCW Monday Nitro aired live from Monroe, Louisiana. In the main event, Lex Luger defeated Meng by submission. On this date in 2003, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Phoenix, Arizona. In the main event, Kane and Rob Van Dam defeated Chris Jericho and Christian in a tag team match. On this date in 2008, TNA held its Final Resolution pay-per-view. In the main event, Kurt Angle pinned Christian Cage to retain the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. On this date in 2014, WWE Monday Night Raw aired live from Baltimore, Maryland. In the main event, Roman Reigns pinned CM Punk. This has been Today in Wrestling History, January 6.
Hi, this is Jim Cornette, and you're listening to Pro Wrestling Weekly with Fearon Derry on 1490 WBCB.
Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Weekly here on 1490 WBCB and online at WBCB1490.com. Fearon Derry alongside Lucas Twitch DeSangro and a whole host of others here.
Everyone just decides to show up at the last segment.
Yeah, Soriano.
Who was here first? Fearon and I was.
Who was the first? All right, well, besides Fearon, who was the first important person here?
Oh goodness.
Fearon.
Here we go.
Besides Fearon, fool.
Me.
Gabriel.
All right, that.
I brought my partner along.
Oh, great. Fat tongue's on. Cool.
Can you tell them that we're the greatest tag team champions of the MFPW as of right now?
You're not the Legion of... You're not Shooters, Inc. You're not the Legion of Anarchy.
Whoa.
What are you talking about?
Twitch, mind your business. No one's talking to you. I'm talking to Fearon.
How many days is our reign up to? Look in your book.
Oh, goodness. Researching and things of that nature. Oh, goodness, and counting and whatnot. Well, yes, you've held the title since October 28th, and... I was going to say, trying to do the quick math here is, oh man, there's a lot going on here at the Monster Factory Fun Festival.
Twitch, how much fun are you having, Twitch?
Oh, just having such a blast. Especially with you two sitting
Twitch, you're such a party pooper.
To answer your question, Gabriel, 70 days. 10 weeks.
Us the greatest ever.
Well, it puts you right in. I mean, in terms of longest range, you're right up there with Bad News, the team of Brutal Joe Gibson and Good News Hughes from way back, and as well as the Forgotten Ones. I know, going a little historical here. Next up, you're closing in on by next week. By the time the factory reboot event occurs, you'll be tied with AC Rock, Mark Cruz, and Shaheem Ali from back in the day.
Yeah, they don't matter. I don't think they ever did matter.
Still have a ways to go, though, to get to the Money and the Miles, and there are 392 days.
Yeah, but we'll be there.
We'll have that discussion in early 2019.
Right? Can you restate that? Who ended the longest the MFPW Tag Team Championship reign? Who ended it?
Well, of course, that would be Primal Fear.
Due to interference. Just
it's amazing. One person gets on the microphone, and then everybody else is over here. We've got
Twitch. How about you stay on your phone and leave the talking to the adults, okay?
Oh wow, never heard that one before either. You're just full of hack jokes today, aren't you?
Yo, Gabriel, back me up. Back me up, Gabriel.
No.
He's not even worth the time, right?
You guys are all today, Twitch?
Yeah.
I can't say that. No, I didn't see him neither.
You didn't see it? Good for you.
Okay, well, this is. I was gonna say the fun is certainly surrounding here, as we've got a whole.
I'm not having fun anymore. I was at first.
Twitch ruined it.
Yeah, Twitch ruined it.
I would gladly ruin your fun.
Fearon, you are a terrific host. Twitch, on the other hand, he needs, I don't know.
Help?
No.
Speaking of help, we do have a medical professional.
Oh, yeah.
We do have a medical professional if we would like to segue over to that.
Yeah, we most certainly
and just
can
get the
here.
microphone as far away from Primal Fear as possible.
Hey, take it easy there.
Yes.
Now we have Dr. Carl Martin.
Thank you for having
here.
me, gentlemen. I'm happy to be a part of this broadcast and to have my message spread out all along the airwaves of myself and Michelle and Getty Cahoon, and we are unstable.
Who's your friend?
Unstable is yes. There's a like I presume to be ceramic.
I heard you call him Vincent earlier.
It's a display of phrenology. a very good method of identifying deviants and recognizing how we can assist them. So Vincent here, yes, he's a ceramic bust, but he is also a part of the message. A part of the message to help you all understand the help that you need.
Well, when it comes to seeking help, this is definitely the place, that's for sure.
Why do I feel like he printed out his medical license?
Well, I mean, that's how these online things are done these days. I mean, very rarely do they send anything in the mail anymore. They just send you the link to get it, and then you just print it out. It saves them the stamps, and yeah, a lot of different organizations are doing that.
I have a lot of patience. I'm wondering how many questions you're going to have for the good doctor today.
Easy there, Dr. Nick.
That's Dr. Carl.
Okay. Can
I understand Simpsons references.
Thank you.
Upstairs veterinary school. You're assuming that I went to some sort of institution that has no meaning. Okay. Thank you, Twitch.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Apropos that Twitch would be your name.
Because I have Tourette's. I have a disease.
You are so twitchy.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have anything to do with your diagnosis.
It's his discomfort around me for the last 4.5 years.
No, it's just fine with you. It's the rest of them I can't stand. The voices. What?
I was going to say, you're yes, I said it earlier, I'll say it again, you're just making friends left, right, and sideways here,
I'm
Twitch.
just the life of the party.
And, well, I was going to say, things are coming close to wrapping up here at the Monster Factory Fun Festival, as well as here for the program, as we're here until 1 o'clock, which has rapidly crept up on us here, to say the least. Goodness, I guess before we work on our standard way of wrapping things up here, because this is anything but conventional, to say the least.
I have 3 people staring at me, and it's really making me uncomfortable.
Especially 3 more than usual,
Vincent?
that's why.
Yes, actually, I did forget about Vincent.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, gentlemen. Good health to both of you.
Somehow I feel that's insincere, but okay.
Well, I was going to say, considering how 2017 was, it could have nowhere to go but up, that's for sure.
And thank you for having the MFPW Tag Team Champions on. Fearon, have you ever thought about maybe dropping Twitch and getting an actual
he's thought about it
co-host?
many times, I can tell you.
Maybe someone who was a former longest reigning DMF Network champion, maybe someone who is currently one half of the Tag Team Champions of the MFPW. We'll talk afterwards, Fearon, but thanks for having me on.
I think that mask is a muzzle he usually wears. He talks a lot less.
Gosh, you're looking to ordering one for you.
Yeah.
I was stifled a moment as towering over us was former 3-time heavyweight champion of the MFPW and current Ring of Honor superstar Punishment Damian Martinez. And
I might have accidentally painted the seat a different color. That was terrifying.
So you did go with the Home Alone thing after all?
Oh, no.
Oh, you went UPS, really? Oh.
UPOS? Yep.
Some have said that to you, yes.
We're okay with this, right? We're good?
I'll find out in about 7 minutes.
Oh, good. Wonderful.
Oh goodness! All right, let's. Before we go to, before we go any lower than we already have, if that's possible. So another little tidbit here: John Cena advertised for the Fastlane pay-per-view. It'll be held on March 11th in Columbus, Ohio, at the Nationwide Arena. The venue making the announcement via social media yesterday. Cena able to do this because he's labeled a free agent by WWE, so he can make pretty much freelance Raw and SmackDown appearances at his leisure, and Fastlane will be the final WWE pay-per-view prior to WrestleMania 34. So that'll be an interesting note. And also, before I forget, because again, things shaken up just a little bit here, George's Cards and Collectibles, our good friends over there, has announced their first 5 wrestling signings of 2018. Yeah, it seems like every week I come on here, there's a new one announced. All if they're in the Mall location. First on Saturday, January 27th. That's 3 weeks from today. From 3 to 5 p.m., WWE Hall of Famer Cowboy Bob Orton. And then on Sunday, February 4th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., former WWE diva Emma will be at George's Neshaminy Mall location. And then on that Saturday, February 10th, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., former WWE star and former guest here on Pro Wrestling Weekly, D'Lo Brown.
Also former student of the Monster Factory.
Yes, as well. That's
How
right.
apropos.
Indeed. And just added a couple of days ago, appearing Saturday, February 17th from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Neshaminy Mall Sports Cards and Collectibles Show, WWE Hall of Famer Tony Atlas.
And Monster Factory alum.
And another Monster Factory alum, exactly.
Wow. That was that was really
You
good.
weren't expecting that?
Yeah, that caught me out of nowhere, like an RKO.
Or the Spanish Inquisition.
You fool!
Also appearing Saturday, February 24th, former WWE star, the man with two hands and a chance, James Ellsworth. So quite a few different appearances over the next month and a half or so here. George's has 3 locations for all your cards and collectibles needs, including their original store at 7755 New Falls Road in Levittown, in the Neshaminy Mall in the movie theater wing, and their newest location, the Oxford Valley Mall on the second level next to Starbucks. For more information, go to georgescollectibles.com and follow George's Cards and Collectibles on Facebook. Perfect place to get a replica title belt, something to maybe bring with you to the Rumble, as it's going to be here in Philly 3 weeks from tomorrow. Wow, where does the time go? I say that, and we've got about roughly 3.5 minutes left in the show here. So, I don't know, you think it's yeah, I think it's about that time. For
birthdays.
There we go. We've got 3 plus 2 Brucey bonuses. Firstly, on this date in 1930, Charles J. Kalani Jr. was born. The former 3-time WWF Tag Team Champion and actor known for roles as a butler and bodyguard in Pee-wee's Big Adventure, as well as Sub-Zero in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie The Running Man. Better known professional wrestling-wise, I should say, as Professor Toru Tanaka. Well, he passed away at the age of 70 in 2000. But still, a pretty good lengthy run there. On this date in 1964, Carlos Santiago Espada Moises was born.
Gesundheit.
Dankeschön. The former WCW television champion, U.S. champion, 2-time tag team champion, and former NWA World Tag Team champion, along with holding many titles in Mexican promotions, and the current manager of Impact Wrestling's Latin American Exchange, better known as Conan, turns 54 today. Orale.
Orale.
And on this date in 1964, same date, same year, same everything, Jacqueline Delois Moore was born. The former WWE Cruiserweight Champion and 2-time WWE Women's Champion, as well as WWE Hall of Famer, better known as Jacqueline, also turns 54 today. And then to the Brucey bonuses. I've got 2 of them here outside of the world of wrestling. This one, well, I know John from Northeast Philly is going to love this. This one might be a little out of your realm as well, and I'll have a little shout-out after this here. On this date in 1954, Yuji Horii was born. This one, as I said, is for the video game nerds out there like myself. The video game designer and scenario writer best known as the creator of the Dragon Quest series of role-playing games turns 64 today. And shout out to the Dragon Warrior Randomizer community, which you can check out on twitch.tv, as I've recently become a part of their group there. And I actually just recently did some video game commentary, which you can check out twitch.tv, Fearon Burgundy.
Very nice.
And this one, a little more toward your realm, the comedy realm. On this date in 1955, Rowan Sebastian Atkinson was born. The English actor, best known as the star of the sitcom and movies surrounding the character Mr. Bean, as well as more recently the James Bond parody movie series Johnny English.
Wait, they made more than just one?
Yeah, he is actually currently filming the 3rd Johnny English movie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The more you know.
He was also, had a great part in Love Actually.
Indeed.
Very funny.
So he turns 63 today. Anyway, that's going to just about do it for us here. So I want to thank those who joined us here, including Soriano, and even though he didn't join us on air, Manny as well. Gabriel from Primal Fear. Also, Dr. Carl Martin and
Stuart Campbell.
Stuart Campbell with his fun contributions, and again, not joining us on microphone, but also to Sam from Mount Royal, New Jersey. That's going to do it for us until next week. Teddy falls next with an abbreviated country road show. Play us out, Nutsy.
1 o'clock.